Not exactly sure. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, everyone out there in there. I hope I haven't kept you waiting too long, guys. But we had to come together. We had to get, we had to get synchronized. Formation.
Schedules. Yes.
Formation. We had to get information. We had to get so
Yes, we did.
yes, we did. Yes, we did. But we are here in Carmi Nakomi's world, and I am Carmi Nakomi, and I have my good friend with me here today, Sharnise from Watt and Color. Go ahead, Steve.
Hello, world. Hello, call me Nakomi. How's everybody doing this fine uh
We good.
Thursday evening over
We good.
here on the East Coast of the United States?
Hey, what temperature is it for you guys right now?
In New York right now, let me look. Right now it is 42 degrees and cloudy. It was cold this morning though. It was like in the 30s this morning. It was a
Yeah,
little brisk.
it's funny because being down here, I moved down here because I thought it was called Hotlanta for a reason, but it was a different reason why it's called Hotlanta. But when I came down here, I actually experienced winters down here. It be getting cold down here too, but still being a New Yorker, I hear 42 and I'm just like, ah, that could be good. It could
Now,
be a good. It could be
it's not
cold. It could be brick 42, or it could be a okay 42.
exactly because there are differences. There are definitely differences. It's you got to be from here to understand it. Like
Have to.
our climate is very New York. I'll say very,
Yeah,
very, very New York.
yeah, yeah,
We should be
yeah.
in spring, right now, but spring is acting like it don't want to come. I have seen
Mm.
some flowers starting to bloom though, so we get in there.
Girl, it's been blooming down here for 2 months. I'm talking about pollen. I mean,
Oh,
even before you
okay.
see flowers and all that, I mean, everything's
Yeah.
covered with a yellow film, and it is just everybody's allergies go haywire. And
Wow.
I'm blessed that I haven't had a bad case of allergies, but at the same time, my ear is starting to, clogging in your ear kind of starts to, and it's like, oh, about
Right.
that time for some antibiotics. But
I'm
anyway,
so
girls,
sorry.
no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight. I am here with you, and we are talking about the Wheel of Time. I mean, how much better can this be?
My favorite subject.
My favorite subject. Oh, I just want to talk to strangers about it. I want to talk to strangers.
You know how excited I get if I actually get into a conversation with somebody who doesn't read the books or watch the show, and I'm like, you you want me to tell you about it? You sure?
I'm a
Are
big fan
you
of a show named
sure?
Wheel of Time. What's
Because
Wheel of Time, you ask?
right, because we'll be here all day
I'll be
talking
here
about
all
it.
day.
Just so you
It's
know,
okay. They're riding. They're going from the Bronx all the way out to Brooklyn. It's gonna be a
right.
long ride. You could at
Listen,
least get through to
yeah,
Shadow
we'll,
Rising, which
yeah,
we're at right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
basically.
My favorite book of the series. You know,
Is that's your favorite book of the series?
book 4 is my favorite book of the series. Absolutely.
What's some of your
That's why this
hmm,
season is so exciting for me. This season is very exciting for me.
right?
Especially like hearing dialogue straight from the books. I'm just like it gives me chills. Like I've
Hmm.
just been, but I have to I am sorry to say that I have not watched episode 7.
That's okay,
It
friend.
is
That's okay.
tough. It is tough for me. It here in New York, it drops at 3 a.m. And I am asleep at that time because I
Same.
get up at 5:30 to get ready for work. And
Mm,
I don't work remote. I don't have an office job. And so my job is labor intensive and I can't do other things at work. And when I get home, I'm exhausted. So I just haven't had an opportunity today to sit down and watch episode 7. So I know this show tonight was supposed to be episode 7 review and the whole season. But I can't talk about episode 7 because I haven't seen it yet. But I will watch it.
but you will watch it.
I
And
will
when
watch
after
it.
you watch it, we're definitely going to get back together and we're
We'll
going to
come
talk
back.
about
I'll
it.
come back and hang out with you, and we'll chop it up about episode 7
Absolutely, absolutely.
very soon.
It was great. A great. It was great. That's what I
Okay.
gotta say. That's all I'm gonna
Is
say.
it a great? Was it
I
a
mean,
great? Was it
I
a
mean,
great setup for the finale, the season finale? You think like is it
I
getting us ready for episode 8?
yes. I mean,
Okay.
did you see the trailer for episode 7?
I never watch those. Like I don't want to be. You know what I mean?
Spoiled.
Like I
I
never.
feel
Yeah,
you.
I never watch. On the next episode of Wheel of Time, I never
Right.
watch it. I never watch
Shoot,
it.
I just discovered it because as soon as the episodes are over and that little box come up, if it ain't something I want to watch, I'm immediately going
You
click
out. Yeah, you
and
out.
I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah,
back to it.
yeah.
So I just so happened to let it finish, and it
Uh-huh.
basically started the next thing, and that's how I saw a preview of
Preview
what's going to be
of
in episode 8. So
right.
I'm not going to spoil either one. For you, but at the same time, um, what did I think of it? It was great,
Okay.
and it sets up episode 8 in a way that they have more time
Got you.
for the subjects that they need to cover. It's the last episode.
Okay.
There's still
Okay.
subjects to cover, and it leaves a lot of
Excellent.
time for that.
Okay.
So I'm saying that's
Okay.
all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
That's as much as I
I
can
like
throw
it.
out there.
That's enough. That's enough. I
But
like it.
but no worries, no. But we're still gonna have fun out. So we're gonna have fun today. We're gonna talk about the season as right now because the last time
Okay.
we spoke about what we thought was gonna happen basically in the
Right.
season.
Right.
So now that we actually have some context and
Mm-hmm.
facts, what's the word that they say? Canon. Just put a show
Mm-hmm.
canon.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about things and hey, it's a great time right now to review it because of the fact that it's been a good season. What do you think
Right.
about the season? I
I
mean,
think
I
it's
don't want to
been
I don't want to make you rate it, but it's a
yeah.
great. I've been praising it.
So as I stated, I'm a little biased because book 4 is my favorite book, and this season
Fair.
is book 4 heavy.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's been incredible. I think it's been incredible. I also like how I see you, Rafe. I see what you're doing. How he still manages to put in like when Mogedian comes into the room when they're in Tanchico
Mm-hmm.
and uses compulsion on Nynaeve and Elaine, and I loved seeing them so giddy, like they were.
He made her laugh. It was so they were. I was just like,
Oh my god,
yes.
they were like, yes, I just live to serve you, and
What
I'm
else?
gonna
What else?
what do you need to know? I'm gonna tell you
She's so
everything.
amazing.
Oh my god. And did you see your girl Nynaeve? Something in her was telling her to fight.
Yes.
She was
Yes.
like, you are not supposed to take this bracelet from me. I don't know why.
I
I want to
shouldn't
give
be
it to you,
giving
but I
something in me
can't.
is telling me
It's
not to
telling me
give this
not
to
to.
you.
Oh my
Something is telling me not
gosh.
to give this to you.
Oh
And she had to
wow.
lay down thick to get through to take that from
Yeah.
Nynaeve.
And so like that reminds me of it in the book. When that happened in the
Mm-hmm.
book, it was kind of like it was she asked them a very specific question
Mm-hmm.
and they just answered that question. Like I think she said something like, do you have any other um Terangrial or whatever in your pouch or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
okay.
they were like, nope, we don't have anything else in our pouch.
They were
But they
being
had more up in
specific
the
in their
room.
brains. They
Yeah,
were
but
being
they were
specific in
like,
their brains
no,
because
we
they
got
had
more in the
something somewhere
room.
else.
But she didn't ask about the room. She
Exactly.
said, you know what I
Because
mean?
they would have had the dream Tarangrial with them.
Right, right.
Right, right,
Right,
right, right.
right, 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 right. And
Mm.
so they got to hold back on some things, and so yeah, I like that Nynaeve was fighting.
I like that she was fighting. I like
Yeah.
that they showed some type of resistance. And
Yes.
oh gosh, I was about to spoil something.
Oh,
deep into the books. Deep into the books. I was about to spoil you.
oh,
Sometimes
you
you got
about
to
to
stop
go?
yourself
Yeah.
because
So
I'm trying not
how far are we going?
in these episode reviews. I just go. I don't go any further than Shadow Rising. I try my
Got
best
it.
not to go any further than Shadow Rising.
Okay.
But if I
Okay.
do basically speak about character arcs, I might mention something, but I try not to mention or spoil anything of the plot of the books.
Got it.
I'll do it
Okay.
like I'll talk about something in a roundabout way. But anyway,
Gotcha.
but
Okay.
yeah, that was Shadow Rising. Yeah, but oh yeah, we are staying on Shadow Rising. That's basically it. We're not trying to
Okay.
go any further in Shadow Rising.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay.
sorry about
That's
that.
good for me to know because
I know, right?
I'll just blah blah blah.
I didn't even talk about like spoiler warnings or nothing. I went in hot. I went in
Right.
hot.
We did.
Also, guys, please go out there, like, comment, subscribe to the video if you haven't done so already. Please
Yes.
go ahead and hit that notification button so you know when I go live. And then go to Instagram and follow Watt in Color.
Please.
They're coming back.
Please. We're coming back. We're not too active right now. But we're coming back.
No
I don't know
doubt, no
how
doubt.
many of you are on Blue Sky, but we're there. We're on Blue Sky
Right.
as well. So come check us
Can't
out.
wait. We can't wait to have you guys back.
Yeah.
Playing
I can't
some-
wait to be fully back. And
Take
I
your
miss
time.
I miss
Take your
Kiba.
time.
I miss Kiba in this space.
I miss Kiba too.
I still get to see her. She's my bestie. But in this space, in the Wheel of Time space, I miss
Absolutely.
her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love to hear first reader reactions. So
Yes.
I can't wait for her to get this
Especially-
far in the
It's so
books.
special with Kiba because she does not like fantasy. So I can't wait for her to fall in love with these books. Like, because I know it's gonna happen.
But I mean,
gonna happen.
I feel like but that's the crazy part about this book. I mean, yes, I guess if you had to put this book series, if you had to put it into a category, I guess you would be fantasy because takes place in it's fantasy,
It is fantasy.
but and there's a magic system and all that kind of stuff, basically. But at the same time, I always be like, it's fantasy, it's sci-fi, it's horror, it's
drama,
action, it's drama. You know what I mean? And even more so with this adaptation of Wheel of Time on Amazon. I feel like they are bringing a little bit more, even more of a mature drama to, I mean, supposedly they were kids, but they were in their 20s.
Oh well, they definitely aged them up for the show. Like
aged them up for the
makes
show,
it a whole different dynamic. Perrin being married, and
I knew what time it was when Rand and Egwene got it in the end.
First episode.
I knew what time it was.
Season 1, episode 1. Season 1, episode 1. I was like, oh, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. Okay.
I'm glad exactly.
And the parental units is okay with it. They're like, we're gonna let y'all wash the dishes.
They know what's going down. Was their first time?
Yeah,
nope.
So they're gonna let y'all wash the dishes so y'all can get it in.
Y'all know y'all nasty for letting them do it on the table though.
All right, like just right there on the sink when you was washing the dishes. Now y'all gonna get it in right there.
Really?
Where's the health department in the Two Rivers?
I feel it. If that's your house, I feel it. But people eat there. People eat there.
Everybody in the village comes to eat there, and y'all getting busy.
I want to know
in the kitchen. My meals are being prepared. When you done had her bent over on the table.
I need to know what the Department of Health has to say about this.
What was the Two Rivers Department of Health has to say?
Who runs the Two Rivers
boning on the kitchen table?
Is that Senbui?
Do that Senbui? I think it's Senbui.
Does he have the
Department of Health?
He gave the Wine Spring Inn a 76.
Right. If it was New York, it would be a C. A C. All
exactly.
of the low score for the restaurants is a C.
But you still come and eat that.
You eat there anyway. You like, oh God, I hope I ain't eating no roaches.
Really, Sen? Really? That's how you feel?
Oh my gosh, hilarious. But
anyway, no, the show gives me life. The show gives me life, and I rewatch it, and so I'm so happy. I can't wait to do my whole season rewatch. back to
Yes.
back to back. So just basically binge it so I could just absorb the whole entire thing in one story with no breaks.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to do that with you too.
Oh,
Because I haven't taken any notes or anything like that. So that would give me an opportunity to like to really, really absorb it. But can we talk about how fly Alida is though?
I need to find the name of that actress because I'm not going to do her
Well, I
any
jack her
justice.
name. I always jack her name up.
Exactly. I don't want to
I,
say it. I don't want to say it wrong.
I
She
jack
is.
her name
She
up.
gives me
So
life. I love her from ever since The
first of
Expanse.
all, so
Oh
I've
my
loved
God,
her. I peeped her years ago on the second season of 24.
that part. I didn't even know that.
She was a
When I saw
terrorist.
her in The Expanse, I knew her face, and that was because she was in 24. And when I did my 24 rewatch, I was like, Abasarala, young Abasarala.
That's when I loved her, and I didn't even watch. I haven't watched The Expanse, so I'm not even familiar with her work on The Expanse.
I
But I
mean,
just,
she.
first of all, shout out to the fandom, shout out to the Wheel of Time fandom
Mhm.
for basically getting her booked
Get her
on
hired.
the show. Like we did that.
We give
Like
jobs out here.
we getting
We
people
give jobs.
jobs. Like this
Plain
is
and
something
simple.
very powerful about that. Like um but I'm looking up her name and I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna take a stab at it. I'm gonna take a stab at it.
Okay, go ahead.
Shore Agdashalu.
Agdashlu.
Right.
Agdashlu.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
Agdashlu.
I keep meaning to practice it so I can say it, off the top of my head because I love her so much as an actress,
I do too.
and she played a pain in the ass
Hmm.
in a good pain in the ass though in The Expanse. So I
Okay,
wasn't sure if I was going to be able to hate her
got
in
you.
The Wheel of Time.
Hmm.
I kind of don't, and I hate cat. I hate.
So let me tell you something. This show has a way of, and by the way, it was
Oh,
actually
they
season.
write amazing.
By the way, it was season 4 of 24 that she was in, not season 2. She was in season 4.
I
But
knew I knew
anyway,
exactly what you was talking. I know exactly the season you were
yeah,
talking about. So either way,
this show has a way of making book fans love the characters that we've always hated
hell yeah, hell yeah.
because
Everybody. I mean, it's not
everybody.
everybody, but I mean, with now being able to actually visualize it, and maybe that's a little bit of uploading canon to your brain,
Yeah.
that so it changes, but it doesn't changes the actual characters real, their
Their
actual
core, their
personality, their
yeah,
core,
yeah,
their
yeah,
core,
yeah. I think the
um
only character that I still dislike in a very good way
mhm.
is Eamon Valda.
Absolutely. You know
Because
what? I hate
the
him
way that,
more.
oh gosh, I
I
can't
hate him
stand
more.
way more. And like
The actor is too good.
and forgive me, uh everybody in the world who's watching. I don't remember this dude's name, who plays Valda. But he's phenomenal because I can't stand him.
Absolutely.
I can't stand every
I
time I
can't
see
stand
his
him.
face, I'm like, ugh. Like I
Abdul
don't even
Salas.
like this. Okay,
Yeah, Abdul
listen,
Salas.
Abdul, you doing the damn thing.
You're doing the damn thing, bro.
You are doing the damn thing.
I mean, from the first season, I was just like, somebody kill that bastard.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I believe him. I believe
yes.
him. Every time I see him on screen, I believe him. If I saw him in the street, I would be like,
If I, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't even like you, you know?
exactly. If I, like, mm,
Yeah, he's really, 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 really,
you
really,
burn.
really good. Yeah,
You could
Abdul.
burn.
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
Absolutely.
for sure. Um,
So, but yeah, I love. I mean, and that's I can understand why some actors don't even mind being casted as a villain because the
mhm.
villain eats. The villain
Every
eats, especially
time.
in this season. The villain, I mean, in this show, the villains eat.
Every
Um,
time.
absolutely. So, I mean, hey, um, but yeah, it's been a great season. It's been a great show, and we do want to go. We want to go over the season as of right before episode 7, and then we'll
Right.
come back. We'll basically do another episode, another live with Sharnise, and review episode 7.
Yeah, I'll be happy to come back.
Absolutely. But let's go ahead and start from the beginning real quick, if that's
Okay, you
okay.
want to go back to oh my
Episode 1.
God. Can I say that every cold open has been like crazy though?
Absolutely.
Like that's how you start a season off. You slicing Aes Sedai in half and like, oh my gosh.
That first 11 minutes has brought so many viewers back to
Bananas.
the show, because I have people that I convinced to actually watch the show,
Mhm.
and they kind of was, they was iffy on it,
Mhm.
but I was just like, watch this. I sent it around to people.
Yeah.
When I say I've been spreading the gospel,
You're doing the lights work.
doing the lights work.
Shout out to
Doing
the lights. Shout out to the lights work podcast.
doing the lights work. You know what I'm saying? The creator needs servants.
Disciples.
You know what
We
I'm
are
saying? So
disciples spreading the good will time word.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
so
So
that's what you saying.
it
That's what I
works.
need to do. So
Absolutely.
a friend of mine, my friend,
Mhm,
my friend,
mhm.
my new friend.
Okay, new friend.
Um
Okay,
yeah, I
friend.
got a new
Okay, friend.
yeah, I got a new friend. So he didn't tell first of all, he didn't tell me he was watching it.
Oh,
I'm like, yo, you should like you needed me there with you, like so I could explain some things, like lore. Like if like I feel like if you've never heard of the Wheel of Time, you've never read the books, and you watch it, like you gotta stay with it to really get into it. So he watched like the first episode and was like, yeah, this is not doing it for me.
the
So
first
I needed
episode of this season.
of season 1,
Oh, fair.
right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, all right, maybe I need to let him watch the first 11 minutes of season 3, episode 1. So I could say, look, this is where we're going. Yeah, right. Hook, line, and sinker.
Absolutely,
I'm gonna try
absolutely.
that, and I'm gonna try that, and I'll report back, and
I'm telling you,
and
it
I'll
has
let you know.
it catches people's attention.
Yeah,
It's
because you're like, what the
it's
entire
provocative.
f, right?
It's provocative. Talked about
Crazy.
No, we talked about episode 1.
We did. We did. I think
Yes,
we
we did.
did.
Okay,
We
so
did.
cool, cool, cool. All right, so because I'm just like, because I'm thinking myself immediately. We talked about episode 1 and episode 1 of this season, and I was just like, hold up, you and I talked about that Aes Sedai getting cut in half.
Yep. I
Okay, but
remember
we
us
didn't come
talking
back
about
for
it.
season 2. We didn't get. I mean, come back for episode 2. So let's start at
Episode
episode 2
2.
then.
Okay, so episode
All right, so Morghese comes to Tarvala
more gays.
with Elida, who we were just talking about.
I think we talked about episode 2 as well, because I remember us talking about Raven. I remember us talking about how I remember saying how dope it was that
Let me research. Let me
he's
2
using
seconds.
compulsion or whatever he using. He only been in Camelin for like a month, but he got everybody thinking that he been there for the past 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like he walks into the hall, and Liana is like, oh, Lord Gate, like you see her hesitate,
Mm-hmm.
and then her face changes into like recognition, and she's like, oh, Lord Gabriel, always a pleasure seeing you, which she had never seen that man before in her life.
Never saw that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't think we did episode 2, because I can't remember talking about Morghese
Maybe we didn't,
because
but
yeah, because I would have loved to talk about that. And if anybody caught that, I mean, that
yeah, like
basically,
her face was like Like, who is this
Leandrin, I mean Leandrin, yeah,
Liana?
Liana. She was just like, and she was about to say, "Who are you?"
Yeah,
Um,
right. And then she was so that means he on the spot, he was using compulsion. And
oh,
since there was
probably was the
no
second he
other
started walking in.
there was no other male channeler in there,
He
right?
is good. He was
Here's my
throwing the weaves out
question.
right and left.
Here's my question. So he could hide his weaves, right? Because
That
it generally speaking in the show, can everybody see their weaves? Because whenever they're channeling, I'm watching non-channelers
hmm
and they're reacting to like they're it looks like they can see the weaves. Can they see? Do you think they can see the weaves?
I don't think that they have, although during one instance I wasn't completely sure, but at the same time, I don't think so. I don't think it went against the I guess they say metaphysics that basically a non-channeler can't see the weaves. Although
Mhm.
there's been some instances where I wasn't exactly sure, but I figured as much as they don't.
Okay.
Um
Because
because I don't,
not
yeah,
to not I know we're trying to go through each episode,
unless
but in
unless a
episode
water,
6, in
but
episode
women, go ahead,
okay,
sorry.
so that's what I'm going to say. In episode 6, Maxim was watching
Yes. This it's
the
been weird
Coffin girls
instances here and there.
heal
Yeah.
Alana,
And
right?
he like
And
he
it
looked
looked like he was watching it happen.
exactly.
Right. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, can they
And
see the weaves? So if they could see the weaves, then Robin was, I guess, inverting his weaves so nobody could see them.
I
And he
if
just
I
was hitting people with compulsion. You've known me for 10 years. Zhup. Like,
exactly. I mean, I mean, you never know if there would be male, if there were servants who were male and who can channel,
who could
or something
channel?
walking around, or a warder who could basically walk around, but women can't see, they can't see each other's weaves as far as the book
In
goes.
the books,
Right,
yes.
in the
But I
book, as
don't
far as the books go.
know
But at the same time, there's been instances where it was just like kind of like people who shouldn't be recognizing something. But
exactly.
like for a second, my brain got tied into the books way of things, or societies where the sea folk. It almost seemed as though the sail mistress could see the windfinder's weaves in episode, I don't know what that, episode 4 or whatever it was, when Elaine and
That was
Elaine and all of
another
them were on
example.
and I wasn't sure if she could see the weaves, but she noticed for some reason that Nynaeve was blocked, and that Nynaeve basically, just different things that usually only channelers would know, or the way she spoke to Nynaeve about basically that, not only the white power could teach you to
Right.
channel, you
Right.
know.
Right.
So it's a little, there's been situations and instances where I was just like, kind of blurry, but nothing to make me believe that there's not a plausible excuse
And I'm
for
sure
why.
someone has asked the
And
question and I
yeah,
don't
they're
know
the
what
weaves
the
probably.
answer is.
Mhm.
I don't pay attention enough to interviews and stuff like that. But I'm sure Rafe has answered that question somewhere. I'm sure I can, we can find it.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but that I'm very curious
Right.
about.
And
Um
I assume that a lot of information regarding Age of Legends level channeling, like
mhm.
right now, Moraine is questioning, you know, how were people, able to handle such a powerful,
Yeah,
instrument,
with
you know.
the songrel that she has.
Right. And I
Yeah.
saw,
The
another
Sarkinen or whatever it's called.
Sakarnin, yeah, yeah.
Sakarnin, yeah.
Which is interesting. We could also go over that when we get to,
Episode
whatever,
6.
episode 6 or
5 or
episode
6.
4. It wasn't
5.
episode
5.
4.
I think she got it in 5.
What episode was where
4
he
or
went
5.
to
Went through the
Rodion?
rings. Um he
'Cause
he
she got it
went
then, but she never
there.
channeled through it. She didn't channel through it until 5, I believe.
I think it was 5 that she
Used
I
it
think it
on that
was
mountain
4. I
top.
think it was 4. They got to Rodian in 4.
Yeah, but she didn't use it herself until the next episode.
Right.
but Rand did see channeling done through it in the columns, in the glass columns, but at the same
Gotcha.
time, she didn't see those visions, so she
Mm-hmm.
didn't see the weaves that La Rat Laatra Pose, is that her name? I can't remember her name exactly.
I I
Her
have
the Aes Sedai from the Age of Legends that
oh right, right,
that
right,
didn't
right,
want to
right.
help, that didn't want to help Lews Therin,
Oh
you
yes,
know,
the
seal the bore.
right.
Um, but yeah, I watched another video where a guy, I can't remember the name of it. I'm so mad I can't remember the name right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched another video of a guy, and he was saying that how basically the weaves were a lot more crisp when that old Age of Legends Aes Sedai was channeling with it. It was a lot
Okay.
more crisp, and you could see the difference between her channeling and Moraine's channeling, which is like all over the damn place because she could barely, she
Right,
could barely
right,
really
right, right.
channel it and control that kind of power.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh God, I lost my damn train of thought. We were talking about Skarnan. I know I'm getting old.
Yes.
I'm getting old.
We were talking about whether we can see the weaves, if
Whether we can see the
non-channels can
weaves,
see. Okay.
exactly. And I was gonna say,
Men
thank you very much for
women
getting
can
me
see
back.
each other's
Thank you.
weaves.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. I was saying that basically we haven't really been exposed to the Age of Legends level of channeling yet.
Right.
Men can invert their weaves, women can invert their weaves,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a spoiler. I just thought
Okay.
about it. It's a little bit of
Okay.
a spoiler. Well, no, yeah, next in the next book is when they basically kind of go over learning new things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so but no, you have a point there. Basically, that there's some a little blurriness about that there, and whether or not they would have noticed, Robin coming in and channeling. But no, he is an expert. I'm convinced. I can't wait
He
to
has
see.
to be. How do you convince everybody in the room that they've known you for 10 years?
That's either a really big weave or he was like Spider-Man.
And then you convince more gays that y'all been lovers for the past 10 years. Like
10 years. No.
you
He
gave her
convinced her
memories,
kids that they'd been together for 10 years.
gave everybody all these memories, and got Elaine like
I
all
remember
chummy
we used to
chummy.
when you gave me my first drink when I was like 3.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just like, damn.
crazy. Crazy.
It
It's
was
kind of scary. It's
it's
kind of scary. Can you imagine not trusting your own memories because they may have been planted via compulsion?
that's why it's a forbidden weave in the Wheel of Time and
Mm,
in Harry Potter.
okay.
It's a
Okay.
forbidden. It's messed up to mess with other people's minds, and they don't know
Yeah.
that that's happening. I
Yeah.
mean, I would. I'm trying to think. Has there been times where I can't remember? I mean, there's been times where I've been not like passed out. I've never like blacked out drunk or nothing like that. But there's been
Right.
times where I know the time was had, but I wasn't sure of all the details.
Right.
But at the same
Right.
time, I mean, that's a violation. It's a violation, and too many of these, too many of these Forsaken use it all willy nilly.
Right.
They use
Yeah.
it all willy
Without
nilly
question.
on everybody.
Without question.
Oof, I can't wait to get to Morgadian walking around that inn with the dark with the black Aja. She is diabolical.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
She
she's
is.
diabolical. Um,
It
go ahead. Sorry.
makes me wonder if we're gonna see Semirog. Because
I think they need to.
she's the diabolical list, if I may make up a
Yes,
word.
yes, she
She
is.
is, if there's a superlative for the most diabolical,
Yeah, and
she's
it's
the
funny
one.
because in my brain I just thought about what is Lanfear. She's a teenager.
Lanford's corny.
Lanfear
Lanford's
is like the most
in
desperate
the books she's
girl in the world.
she's really corny. In the books, I
I
think.
love the actress.
Oh, she's
She
first
is
of all,
fierce, but
they keep
Lanfear is
hiring
corny.
all of these beautiful looking people. Like everybody looks gorgeous.
Absolutely.
I don't get it. I don't
Absolutely.
understand why everybody's so pretty and beautiful and just easy on the eyes, like everybody. Um,
Exactly.
oh my gosh. Oh, I want to go out of order so bad. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I want to talk about Randy and Egwene.
Go ahead. No, we talking about it all. We talking about it all. It don't have to be. This is free form.
I want to
Go.
know what you think about the whole Rand basically cheating on Egwene in Tel'aran'rhiod.
If you do it in Tel'aran'rhiod, it's
Did it
cheating.
really happen? Or what happens in Tel'aran'rhiod stays
It
in
stays in
Tel'aran'rhiod.
Tel'aran'rhiod. Unless you pop your ass into my damn dream and you see shit you wasn't supposed to see.
You weren't supposed to
You
be
get
there. Who
what you
told
get.
you to?
You get what you get.
But they're in the dream like fully
Did you
though.
like
Like
what you
they're
saw?
aware. They're fully aware. So it's like
I
and
mean,
Lanfear is diabolical. She was like, nope, he knew everything. He knows who I am.
he knows who
And
I
he
am.
knows what I was doing to you.
Girl, I
And
can
he ain't
see
do nothing about it.
you ain't gonna do.
And what
You
you
ain't
gonna
gonna do.
do
I'm,
about it?
I'm gonna tell you
You
what's gonna
ain't gonna
happen.
do
Not a
nothing.
goddamn thing.
Not a damn
You
thing.
ain't gonna
Cause
do.
I take
You
your
ain't doing
man.
shit. And I was just like, after she told Rand about her or what's happening, I was just like, all right, watch him roll up on his side chick and be like, you better stop messing with my baby mama.
Messing with my wife. That's my wife.
That's
Yo,
wifey, yo.
that's
What's wrong
wifey.
with you?
I'm not leaving her. I told you I'm not leaving her,
I
yo.
told you.
You knew what it was when it started, be like, you knew what it was.
You knew what this was.
You knew what this, yo, Egwene is wifey. I'm not leaving her. So don't put your hands or at least stay out her dreams.
Yeah, dreams.
Haven't I given you enough?
Not giving
You
enough.
have all of me in the dream. That's not enough for you?
When we went on that whole vacation in Kyrian, it was just
You
me
know
and
what I
you in
mean?
Kyrian. That wasn't enough.
You gotta torture my baby moms. Leave her alone.
You wildin', son. You wildin'.
Stay in your place.
Wow.
Stay in the side chick's place.
Choking her out, really?
Like you really wow, like yo, that's crazy. You just gonna choke her out.
Crazy.
You just gonna choke
I
out
knew you
wifey.
was crazy. I knew you was crazy.
That's supposed to make me love. That's supposed to make me want you more. It's
No,
not, boo. It's
but
not.
yo, I can see that whole soap opera. Somebody needs to make a fan fiction of that whole entire argument.
Oh my
But
god.
you'll be like,
I think we just did, yo.
no, somebody has to come up with Lanfear's dialogue because Lanfear's
No.
dialogue is going to be classic. I'm
Oh
talking
my
about is this
gosh.
going to be this like, girl, you like, baby, you know I was just playing.
You know, you just
Stop
make me go
playing.
crazy. You know, I just love you so much.
You know, I just love you so much.
You said we could be together.
You promised me though, Rand. You promised me.
How long you think I'm gonna just stay here? While you still with that hoe?
You still with that? You still with that doe-eyed cow?
The doe-eyed cat.
She be throwing that doe-eyed cow out
Doe-eyed
all
cow.
day.
Oh my lord.
No, I tell you, the first time I heard her say doe-eyed cow, I said, "Oh, I can hear the malice in that one." Like
Yeah,
that doe-eyed
definitely.
cow. I was just like, "Oh, you is spicy right now,
Right,
Rand."
right.
You, and that's what I started suspecting. Like, is she fucking sleep up in the dream? But oh my goodness, that right there. I can't wait for that conversation. I can't wait for that.
But I mean, you know, it's a, you know, in the books, Lanford was crazy for Lews Therin, you
She
know,
was.
and
She'd do anything for her man.
she did, yeah. I do have a spoilery question.
I'm sorry. My
I
mind
do.
is basically
I'm sorry.
lost.
I do have a spoilery question.
Go ahead.
Answer it or don't answer it. Do we get in episode 7 a Lanfear and Moiraine stand down? Do we get Lanfear and Moiraine
In the words,
confrontation.
no.
Okay. Okay.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. All righty. All righty.
Yeah, yeah.
And how do you feel about them working together?
Oh, it's a setup. I feel like Nymph is a messy bitch. I'm gonna
Oh,
tell you why.
she's a messy hoe. She's a
I
messy
tell right
hoe.
now.
She is.
I feel like that's a setup that when she needs to pull that card, because I feel like she could get rid of, if she knew about Avienda and Men, if that's going to be in the books. In the show, I'm not sure how that's going to line up.
Right.
I feel like Avienda is starting to soften to him a little bit.
Right.
But at the same time, all she knows about right now is Egwene. And I feel like she doesn't want to do it yet, but she will kill Egwene and then be like, what did you want me to do? I mean,
she's in my way. She's in our way. You're distracted. You need to focus.
I need to clear everything.
I need you to focus on your greatness. We're going to kill the Dark One and we're going to rule.
We are going to rule.
And you keep fucking with this whole Egwene and it's messing up our plans. Can't you see she's in the way of our greatness?
So what I feel like she's going to do, she feels like she could get rid of these girls whenever she's ready to. But I feel like she decided that Moraine was too important to him. That if she was to do something to Moraine, he would completely shut down.
He would.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Wouldn't he also shut down if she really does something to Egwene?
But at the same time, I'm sure she's not going to admit to it unless he completely catches her.
Right.
But she could die.
Right.
She could die in her sleep.
Right. Like, oh, so sad.
Dang.
How did that happen? I'm so you lost your boo.
I told you she looked weak. She couldn't have your babies.
She looked weak. That's why you need to be with me, boo. You need to make me number one. Like, what's good?
You know what? I love you more than anybody else.
Right. I can love you. I can love you better than
don't have me do the Mary dance.
Nah, because I just saw her the other day. I just saw her in concert the other day, yo.
Right.
I got her in my brain.
I told you once.
Yo, I told you twice. QB.
Like a groupie for more ice. Oh, don't have me do that verse. Oh my goodness, that's my song. My daughter knows that song right now. She's 11. There's no reason why my daughter should know that song besides that her mother is a hip hop head.
That's hilarious.
And I mean, I'm a 90s baby. Not even hip hop. Yeah. I'm just a 90s baby.
Yeah, yeah. I get it.
But so I feel like she's gonna sooner or later pull that card.
Mm-hmm.
If Moraine tries to get in between her and Rand, she's gonna be like, well, I've been working with Moraine the whole entire time.
She's gonna blow her up.
I just feel like that's basically that.
She's gonna be on some because you can't trust her. You can't trust her. She's been working with me the whole time.
Exactly, and I mean, I hope that. I mean,
and he'll probably. Oh God, I don't remember when this happened. He'll probably banish Moraine. Like, stay away from me.
He might do.
Remember when he did that?
Don't show your face.
I don't remember when he did that. I don't remember which book he did that, but he like shut her out.
Was it Moraine? Yeah. Actually, it was the following book. In the following book after Shadow Rising and Fires of Heaven.
It was Fires of Heaven. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry for going past the.
Yeah, no. I mean,
I can't help it.
But that's we're predicting. We're predicting what might happen.
I think that yeah.
But anyway,
they will out their little plotting and scheming. And
I think that he definitely will keep her at arm's length.
At bay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What I'm afraid of, and what I'm gonna tell you, what I just not a prediction, but something that from the books that is maybe just a little part of the back of my brain with how this season is like fleshing out. I keep thinking about, and this might be a little bit of a spoiler too. I keep thinking about, I mean, well, not exactly a spoiler. Um, through the rings,
Mm-hmm.
Moraine sees again and again and again that
Mm-hmm.
her demise comes at the hands of Lanfear.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's the future that those are the futures that allow her or allow Rand to live.
Right.
So, and honestly, have they really went over anything about whether or not men will kill women in the TV show?
I
You
don't
know that
know.
whole thing that they used to do in the books where men
With
rather cut off
like
their
they
hands
want they
than to save than to kill a woman.
they're being gentlemanly or whatever like that. I don't
Yeah,
think. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
I
so.
I
I'm
haven't seen.
glad about that because a lot of times what stopped Rand from doing stuff in the books
It
was
was
because
because
he
it
didn't
was a
because it was a
woman.
woman.
You know what else on some
This-
other shit that I haven't? I don't think I've seen.
mhm,
And if they haven't said it, just remind me.
mhm.
You know how in the books, our three boys will always be like, "Oh, I wish I was like Rand. He's much better with women." Oh, I wish I was like Perrin. Perrin knows how to talk to women.
I keep
Like they can.
waiting to hear something like that come out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking to myself, did I hear anything like that? I
Yeah, I
don't
don't think
believe I've
so.
heard that yet. I don't
I
believe
think
I've heard
so.
that yet. Not that, although at the same time, I found that funny. I found that really funny because
Yeah.
honestly, um, I feel like everybody has a piece of them that is shy and
Yep.
doesn't think that anything that comes out their mouth
Yep.
is cool enough,
Yep.
or they walk away and be like, "Shit, I should have said that. God damn it."
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Perrin would know what to
yeah,
say.
he would know
You
how.
know,
He's always good with girls.
Rand would know what to
He's
say.
always
He was
good with
always good with
girls.
women. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Oh, but they don't all real. It's funny, and I always thought it was funny and cute because I thought to myself that they all admire each other in spite of however and even think about
They
each other. They
too.
all regard each other very highly,
Yeah.
and they see great things in each other.
Yeah.
To some great characteristics that they would probably. I mean, I'm sure that Perrin would love to basically be that light on his feet, like Rand is, like not Rand, like Matt is basically with his comebacks. And I mean,
Right.
I'm sure there are things, and obviously they all had experiences with girls, or they were all lying to each other saying that they got some,
Right.
but they ain't
Right.
never got none. What was that? Something not Fingar. Oh, what are the women
E-
from Two Rivers that supposedly were supposed to
Edwin Fingar. Yeah. Edwin.
Edwin Fing, but not Edwin Fingar, but remember
I'm
when they
closing
went
my
to
eyes.
and this is in Shadow Rising, so we're not spoiling anything, but in the books, he goes to that first farmhouse when they're going to go rescue the not his family, not his
The
family, somebody else,
Matt's
Matt's family. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, Matt's family.
the
Um
Natty and the
and
girls,
the Luhans. Yeah.
the Luans. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so he stops at that first farmhouse and he sees a woman that people thought that he was supposed to marry. And he said that if he didn't leave the Two Rivers, he probably would have been married to her already. And she already had a baby by
Oh, she had a
somebody.
baby. She already had it.
Yes.
She was holding a
I forgot
baby.
her name. I
That's when
forgot her
they was
name.
in that house, and that's when Lord Luke came around. Is
Hmm.
that when Lord Luke
Exactly.
came
Lord
around?
Luke was
Okay.
there and he got all mad because Perrin convinced everybody. He did his Taviran thing like he did in this season, where he convinced the Two Rivers to stay together rather than going back out to their farmhouse.
I remember Lord Luke in the show, but I don't remember what happened with him.
Nothing.
Right?
Um,
They didn't
as far as
even.
from what you've seen and as far as from what you've seen,
Right.
nothing.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Because I was like, wait a minute. Because well, Luke was a
I,
whole thing.
I
Something
dare
is in my
you, Rafe.
eye. I'm sorry.
I dare you, Rafe, not to have Slayer in this story. I
Listen,
dare you. Sorry, that's no, not a spoiler because
it's
Slayer's been
lore. It's
yes.
lore. It's lore. Yeah.
It is known by Shadow Rising.
Yes.
So read
I'm
the
sorry,
books.
y'all.
But I'm sorry if I have
Something
spoiled
in my
anything for you.
eyes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Mhm.
Sorry.
Yep.
Um, All right,
So I
so
feel like we're all over the place.
all over the place. Let's get some structure real quick. Okay, so my bad. I just go off on tangents. I'm
No,
just
it's
like,
fine.
hey,
I do the same
we could
thing.
do
This is what I
we could do
do.
free form, however you want to do it.
Have you listened to White and Color? Like
But that part.
tangents are what we do.
Tangents is what we do,
Yeah,
especially on subject matter that we're very familiar
that
with.
we're excited about.
Exactly, and are excited about. So, but at the same time, I feel like we've actually touched on different parts of the season. I mean, we're touching on different areas, but hey, okay, well, which this brings us to a good spot to go back to season one. From go back to no, sorry. We're in episode 2. Sorry,
Okay.
and Elida, she's doing great.
Okay.
She comes in, nobody basically wants her around.
She looks gorgeous.
She looks gorgeous,
Oh
absolutely
my gosh.
gorgeous. And she's just like, I mean, she's taking it right now, but I feel like she was just kind of getting the measure of the temperature of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't ready to wreck shop yet. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I like her doing her little thing. I like that they thought she was black and she's not,
And she's
because
not.
some
I'm glad that
people
that
some
held.
people thought that also in the books. Like, not
Mhm.
too sure. I wasn't too sure about Elida. I didn't like her in the book. She was not likable, and I'm like, I think as I was reading for the first time, I think I wanted Elida to be black
To make sense of it.
because I didn't like her. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And
No.
then when she wasn't, I'm like, yeah, because you don't necessarily have to be evil to be an asshole, right? You don't have to necessarily serve the dark one, and you can be unlikable, and
All
and
day.
and still serve the light, right? Like, um,
Exactly.
yeah. So,
I.e., i.e., white cloaks.
well, they think they
So
serving a light, but
they think they serve light, but at the
they're
same time, I
so
mean,
extreme. They're extreme. They're extremists. I
who's
think. I
God?
think.
My God?
I think what happened with the White Cloaks, I feel like the founder of the White Cloaks had, you know, good intentions, right? And he wrote that book that Galad was reading.
Mhm.
I think as the organization grew, I think the people, the White Cloaks that joined became fanatical. You know what I mean? Like, I think initially, it was, we're gonna serve the light. Like, who wouldn't want to serve the light? That's a
Mhm.
great thing, right? To want to serve the light, and um root out dark friends and, and things like that.
Right.
Um
But I
but
feel like
you
sooner or
got the
later,
you got the human element. People are gonna people,
that
and
part.
people get real extreme and become zealots and
Exactly.
become fanatical. So
I feel like when people there that when you make your job or your goal in life to root out all the dark friends and serve the
mhm,
light, and you
mhm.
don't find no dark friends, you
You
make
gotta
dark
create. You gotta create them. You gotta
you got to
create them.
create dark friends.
Yep.
And yeah, that's a
Yeah.
white cloak.
Mhm.
That's a white cloak. I mean, honestly, how many times in the books did they ever find a dark friend themselves?
How about they had a whole dark friend rolling with them up in their ranks? A nasty one too. Like, he was unkept. I
I
mean, not
mean,
talking about the other white
which
cloaks,
one?
dark ones, right? Not like the ones who weren't obvious. Like, but like Pot on Fane?
Are you part of Fame?
Come on, you're not suspicious of
Boars?
Fane. I mean, Boris, he was hiding his thing. Fane
Yeah.
though, like, you
But Fame,
you don't suspect that Fane is evil? Come on,
Fame,
son.
I don't want to bring in too much pop culture, but I was about to call Fame as infamous as somebody else out there. But yeah, Fame is basically, if I mean, if you didn't know that shark was in the water, he you could definitely have a problem. But
Right,
even the ones who knew that shark was in the water,
right.
I mean, hey, um, but yeah. So Elida, she's there. Who's fun? Who? Oh, that's in later books. I was about to talk about Elida and Fame, but
Oh no, we can't. No, that's
yeah, we
later.
can't. That's yeah.
Mm-mm,
So
mm-mm.
yeah, yeah.
Certain
Um,
things have not happened yet.
certain things have not happened yet. I'm trying to remember what book that happens in.
Um, I'm rereading and I'm on book 6. I'm in the beginning of book 6 and it hasn't happened yet. I don't think it
I think it
happened yet.
happens in Fires of Heaven.
Oh, so it did happen and I missed it. I
Maybe it
forget.
happens in Fires of Heaven or Lord of Chaos. Oh no, it hasn't happened in the show. It hasn't happened in the show. I'm talking about
No, I'm talking about in the books. I don't
yeah, the
remember it.
books.
I don't
Yeah, I think
recall.
it happened somewhere between because
Oh no, I think it did happen in Fires of Heaven.
yeah, because it's that the schism doesn't happen in during Shadow Rising. I don't believe so.
Mm-mm.
It happens, I think, in the
Fires
season
of Heaven.
after. I mean,
The book after.
the book after.
And they had to Sally Dara.
Yeah, they had the Sally
Mm-hmm.
Dara.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Speaking of Sally Dara,
Okay.
can I tell you the song that's been in my head this entire like week?
What, Ride Sally Ride?
No, The Hills of Tanchico.
Oh, the
That song
Hills
has
of
been has been in my head
Let me
all
tell you
goddamn
something.
week.
Yo, that song is a vibe, yo. I was like, okay, Elaine.
Oh my goodness! And I
So
tell
what
you,
do we
it was it was
what do we think about that? What do we think about Elaine? So like in the book, Elaine really couldn't pull off pretending like she was a commoner.
she couldn't, and she also the homeboy basically hit her with the okey doke by after he was trying to get her to take her veil off. He
Right,
hits her with a, well, you know what? You sound like a Tanchikaner, something like
right,
that, basically.
right,
And she was
right,
like, "Oh, really?" And he got her with the okie doke. He made her feel comfortable enough to take
right,
off her veil, and he was like,
right.
"I knew you was daughter heir. I
I
knew you
knew
was
it.
a daughter heir." Exactly.
But here's
But
the other
then,
thing that I found interesting in the show versus the books.
mhm,
In the books, nobody really knew what the daughter heir looked like because
very true.
a commoner is never close up enough, and they're in
No social media.
Tanchico. They're in Tanchico.
Exactly.
What
Ain't
do
no
you
social
know
media.
about what the daughter heir of Andor looks like? You're in a whole different country.
Mm, unless basically
You've
dark
never
friends
seen
or
you've
unless
never seen the daughter heir of Andor. If
um,
you're if you've been you if you've been in you probably been in Tanchico your whole life.
exactly.
How do
There
you
would have
know
been
what the
no
daughter
reason for
heir
him
of
to know what
Andor
she looks
looks
like.
like? Exactly.
Exactly.
That was
But
that I think I kind of didn't like. I
how
kind of
about
was
this
like,
theory?
that's not believable.
How about this theory? Or not
Okay.
probably a theory, probably maybe a way that they could explain it.
Okay.
What if what if the Black Aja had been looking for them also?
Looking for our girls. I'm saying our girls.
Girl, looking for our girls. Yeah,
Looking
they
for
are our
our girls.
girls. They are
Yeah.
girls. Mm.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. Not that it's been explained. I haven't seen anything. I'm just thinking
So
basically
you think
way
maybe
because that made no sense
you
to me
think maybe
either.
she put their descriptions out and
Possibly. I mean, shoot, they're looking for them.
hmm
And once Ispan, she was in
hmm
the bar and she saw them. But
hmm
I think that would have been the first time that they knew that they were in the city because I don't
hmm
think there's any reason why they would have knew that they were in the
no
city
reason for
or
them to
any
know
reason
that.
why exactly or any reason why Leandrin would have been thinking about the Amelin seat sending these kids to come and look for us. So there's no real reason,
Right.
and but that he would have knew what they look like
Yeah,
unless he was a dark
I
friend,
didn't believe that. That I didn't like. That's one thing I didn't like.
right?
Yeah,
But
I'm like, come on.
that was a continuity. That was a continuity issue.
It
That
really
was an issue
was.
with
And
Ken.
if you're not a book reader, you're not gonna think about that.
Not even there ain't no social media. Why the hell would any person know what the hell?
Anybody looks like.
exactly. I mean, unless in this
because
day
that
and
was a
age where
whole thing.
somebody,
Like you had oh
it would have been a
yeah,
drawing
we
of
can't go
her.
past before. But
No,
yeah, you know, you
but
had people walking around regular folks, and nobody recognizes them.
exactly. I like in this age to be like around like the 1700s, maybe
I would say even
18, maybe just around
further
the,
back than that. I would say
well,
even further back than that.
being where they end up by the end of the books regarding
But
like
he,
science, I
but
kind
what's
of feel like
interesting
right before
is
the Industrial Revolution, like the 18, the seven, like 1700s or
but
something.
what it is it's actually the future if you think
Of
about it.
course, it is, no,
Like if you
it
want to like
is,
equate it to
but
us, like we're in the age of legends right now.
low key, we not even there yet.
No, we there.
I
We
feel you.
there. We in
No,
the age of
compared
even
to where
we
they
don't
are,
have like,
we are
flying cars and stuff.
exactly,
But we
exactly,
are
exactly.
we
But
are
yeah,
in the
we are.
age of legends. Like remember when Egwene or Elaine was messing
Mhm,
around in Telarammioid and they go to the Panarch's palace
mhm.
and they
Yeah, they see
see
the Mercedes
all the
Benz. Yeah,
they see the Benz emblem. Like so that's
exactly.
so they're in the future.
They're far, far, far in the
Yeah,
future,
because
and I
this
mean,
because the breaking happened and they life reverted back to horse and buggy
and
times or
it's
whatever.
this is what I'm talking about with the Wheel of Time. I love. I feel a kinship with Robert Jordan
Mhm.
because he is a person like me who will think and find something interesting and
Mhm.
decide to completely delve into that topic, you
Mhm.
know? And so I feel like I mean, of course, the Wheel of Time is also a, I think a Hindu concept and art that you draw. Like if you searched Wheel of Time, you would see sometimes these sand art that they would
Mhm.
do.
Mhm.
And so it's basically kind of about that time goes on and on and on. And I always think about that when I think about the I think it's called the Younger Dryas.
Mhm.
It's basically when it's a theory that the the worldwide flood that happened 10,000 years ago was caused basically, or more than 10,000 years ago,
Mhm.
um, was caused by basically meteorites that hit the Earth
Mhm. Mhm.
um,
Mhm. Mhm.
every several thousand years or
Years.
whatever like
Mhm.
that, basically. Or and it's because we go through our orbit passes through that
Mm.
area, our,
Mhm.
or that area with a bunch of pieces of comet or asteroid, basically. So our
Mhm.
orbits meet every,
Mhm.
67,000 years ago, at least 67,000 years or something like that, basically,
Mhm.
and literally resets time. Each time it
Mm.
literally causes cataclysms who reset time. So it always, it drew that, hearing that concept always draws parallels to me to the Wheel of Time. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Has it happened yet, or has it happened in the past, basically? So
Right.
yeah. Um,
Right.
but yeah,
Ooh.
it's the future, but it's the
Right.
past. And
Right.
I always think about it like, since gunpowder and it's kind of still a mystery with the
Right.
Illuminators, I always think to
Right.
myself, okay, that's somewhere maybe in the 16,
17.
1700s,
Yeah.
somewhere
Right
there.
before. Yeah.
Well, well, maybe
Something like
earlier
that.
than that. Maybe you're right, earlier than that, because muskets were being used by like what,
Mhm.
the
17.
1400s?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Maybe.
Christopher Columbus and all of them, they had muskets and stuff,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think. Mhm. Either
But I
way,
like that it's the future and it's the past. It's
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
the and the present and the
And what they
present.
see, and the present, and what they see in Tanchico are things from the past. And so, we were talking about the daughter heir. She
Mhm.
gets recognized, and tying it in. They sing a song called "The Hills of Tanchico," which is
Yes.
basically their players' anthem. Everybody
Yes.
knows the words.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
My bitch is juicy. We call it. So everybody knew the words. It blew up. Everybody was singing that song. That song has been in my head. Like literally, I'll be at my job, about to pack up my stuff to go home, and I started singing in my head to
Wait, can I
just
find
hey,
it?
yeah, it's. I
Is it
mean,
in Apple Music?
oh, I don't know. The Hills of Tanchico.
I'm gonna look for it.
It might be. I think that on the Dusty Wheel, I think they just had the person who wrote the song on there or something like that too. I mean, maybe it was an episode.
Really?
Um, but yeah, it's not saying it's like it for some it just sounds so. It just sounds so catchy.
Wait, wait, wait a minute.
A terror-born boy with coin aplenty. When looking for love and more's a pity. Now he's lost in the hills of Tangico City.
Lost in them hills.
It's not enough and dreams too many. And to bring them back to his seas. Hey, the hills of Tangico. The hills of Tangico.
No. That song is why their population keeps on growing in Tanchico. That's that whole bop in Tanchico. Real
It
talk.
really is it really is a bop though. It really is a bop.
Is. That's that right there. That's that song. That's that Hot Girl Summer
Hot Girl Summer.
for them. That I'm turning down.
Hot
I'm
Girl
just like,
Summer.
it reminds me the raunchy music,
Mhm.
the raunchy what's the words? Metaphors
Mhm.
in the song basically make me think of another part in another book
Mhm.
that I can't talk about.
Mm.
But raunchy songs are a staple in the Wheel of Time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
These hills,
Absolutely.
and Tanchico.
Oh,
And they was dancing
man.
like they was all like it was like they were all they was
That one lady, she kept doing this right here. She was like,
I was just like
every time the camera went past her, she
that song dropped like what's it
it was
called?
like, don't stop,
Back that
get
ass
it, get
up.
it,
I was
get
thinking
it, get it,
back
get
that
it,
ass
get
up. I was thinking about that when that song dropped. Oh, let me get to the dance floor.
it. Right.
The
I mean, look
I tell you right now, they made babies
oh
off
my
of that
God.
song in
Yeah.
Tanchico.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
okay. So now I get my train of thought back.
Okay.
The whole thing about to be in the past, coming back to the future,
Uh-huh.
and in Tanchico's antiquities,
Mm-hmm.
the statue that's right there at the pier,
At the dock, yes.
being a statue that is older than Tanchico.
Right.
Basically, with
Crazy.
the past
Crazy.
being
Mhm.
the future, and the future will be the past again.
Yep.
It's very interesting.
It's
So
very fascinating.
that statue is basically there. I could assume it was there from back during the breaking, where they decided that they needed to shackle
The shackled male challengers
male channelers to find a way to maybe not a more humane way
of
of
controlling men who could channel.
controlling or capturing men.
Yep.
But I wonder if that affected women because of the fact that he was channeling tainted sardine.
Mm,
What do you think?
I don't know.
Because usually, I guess with the Suldam and the Damani, they would just channel. I mean, it was clean Sidar, but I'm just thinking that thought that just came to my mind. Basically, it was shackling
Oh,
men.
the person holding the leash for it, you mean?
or two. It's supposed to be two women, one with a bracelet each. So they both would be basically controlling him, and I'm not sure if that's
But they
controlling
can't.
him.
They still can't sense Sidene though, so I don't think the taint would bother them.
I kind of feel like in spoilers, guys, earmuffs, earmuffs. I kind of feel like in Gathering Storm, where Semirog, where she basically breaks loose and she puts one on Rand. And basically she kind of makes him. I'm wondering if he. I don't think she made him channel, but she
Hmm.
made him. She controlled him to hurt men.
Because yeah,
So,
because the sad bracelets, right? That's what they call it, the sad bracelets.
yeah, I mean, that's how I think that's how Nynaeve used to feel when she used to touch the bracelets.
Yeah, yeah. I
I'm just
think
thinking. I'm
they
just trying
could.
to think of what happened exactly. I don't think that they can make the male channelers channel with those bracelets, but I think that they could control him. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, what's the point of that? Unless
Right,
it's using it as a way to leash men, maybe not to weave, but just to control them and make them more pliable to move them somewhere else, I guess.
right. Let
Because
me
I'm thinking if they would be able to make him channel, wouldn't they maybe sense, because they could sense a male, they could sense a woman channeling. They just act like they don't.
right, because
Sean in the Sean Chan,
they get cold,
right? Well, I'm talking about the Sean Chan Suldam can sense when their Demani is channeling.
but they can do that because they can learn how to channel.
Right, exactly.
That's why.
But women can't see male weaves.
No.
But being linked to a man who can channel and you can channel, if you were to be able to make him channel, would you now feel parts of the taint? I
I don't think so. Um,
just think that that's an interesting thought. My brain just basically fell down a rabbit hole.
yeah.
Sorry.
And now I'm
Another-
just gonna be thinking about this forever.
Hey, I might drop into one of these
Hmm.
different one of our different Wheel of Time content creators out there and just see if somebody knows the answer to that question.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked if Robert Jordan answered that question somewhere along the line.
probably. All right. So where are we? I'm looking at my
um,
time. I'm just checking
yes,
my time.
I feel you. I feel you. Okay, so
Yeah.
let me see. Okay, so I don't think a lot else happened. Well, basically, everybody split up. Um,
Yes.
um, Perrin went to
Two Rivers.
Rivers, and he also met
Fail.
I yeah,
And Lord.
Fael, but also Alana.
Uh,
Alana being in the Two Rivers also.
yeah.
Yeah. So besides that, he met Fael
And Lord
and
Luke, even though we didn't get much of
Lord
Lord
Luke.
Luke. I thought we'd
We
get
didn't
more of Lord Luke.
exactly. Actually, or did we meet Lord Luke in the next episode? Possible. Either way. All right, let's go to season 3. I mean, episode 3. So I keep saying season. I'm sorry, guys. Episode 3. Lanfear meets her fellow Forsaken. Yes, that's when we get the reveal that Lord Gabriel is actually Robin.
Robin.
And we also have Samael, who
Mm-hmm.
Lanfear says is the weakest of the group.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, and Lanfear basically says that that's how you operate. You basically climb into the bed of the most powerful woman.
Right.
So you basically probably laid up with a queen already.
Right.
He's just a gigolo.
Yes.
Robin is a gigolo. And then after they all leave, he reveals that he's also in an allegiance with I'm about to say Galena with
Leander.
Semirog and starts with a
Oh.
G. The female Forsaken starts with a G. She's kind of like a hedonist, like bohemian.
Some
She messes with. She is like the second
G?
coming of Robin. Yeah, G. Gosh, I believe it's a G.
Ain't no G.
Oh
You
man.
got you have Semirog, you have Masana, you have Mogedian, Lanfear, um um there's no G. Am
I
I
could have
am I not
swore. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh man. Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna
gonna
be.
have
I
me
might
like
be
I'm
wrong.
going? I
I
know
might
I'm
be
not
wrong.
going crazy. I could be going crazy.
I might be. I might be wrong. Give me a second. Give me a second. Uh, Come on. Hate when this thing chops to mess around. Hold on. Grendel.
Granddaughter is a whole ass G. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I could have
How could I
sworn
forget
that
Grendel?
it's so cool. It's okay. I didn't remember her name. I couldn't say it. But
But how I was so confident, like there's nobody with a name G. I was loud and wrong.
no, I was trying to. Maybe I didn't describe her enough for you to basically be like, I know who exactly you're talking about. So that's my
No,
fault
it's
too.
me. No, it's me. It's me.
No worries. No worries. I could have
It's
sworn
me.
that Robin in that scene when he was talking to Lanfear and Samael say that, okay, I hear your proposal. I'm going to take it back to my allies, Samarag and Grendel. I could have sworn that's what he said. Maybe he said
Oh, I
Masana.
gotta watch that scene again.
Yes, I can't wait to basically do my rewatch.
That was the
So
cold open, right?
that was a cold
For
open too. Another great
episode
cold
3.
open. That was another
Yeah.
great cold open.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't
it's
remember that.
all good. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all
I
good.
gotta watch it again.
It was just like the 5 minutes at the beginning of the episode, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, but right after Lanford does some real kind of cool. She blows a kiss and it opens up a gateway behind her and she walks
Yes.
through it. So I was just like, yeah, little by little they started to introduce Age of Legends.
Yes.
I'm
All the
saying
fly stuff that
all the fly
nobody
shit that nobody don't know
nobody
about.
knows how to do. Yeah.
They gonna freak out when Rand just walks through a portal.
Yeah. When he started traveling.
We start traveling. Oof, oof, oof. Okay. So yeah, they basically, and then after that, Robin's there, and Mogedion comes up out of nowhere. Basically, she was there the whole entire time. I'm just like, Mogedion,
They don't call her the spider for nothing.
but she's savage, bro. She is.
Yeah.
She is. It just makes me think about these people, and Rand is there having a whole ass relationship with one of them, and these people will kill you
Like
or
a
manipulate
real relation,
you.
an actual
They see you like
relationship. Like
they really see you like ants. Like you're nothing to them. Basically, they'll do whatever, and you're having a whole ass relationship with one.
right.
You saw yourself growing old with her.
Having grandkids.
Kids. You used to be seen on a Friday going to the movies with all your friends with her.
Right.
You introduced her. You took her to the family reunion.
You took her to the family reunion. You took her to game night.
Or they play spades. Or they play. This chick don't know how to play spades.
She met your pops, yo. You let her meet Tam Althor?
And she don't know how to play spades because she's been asleep for 3,000 years.
3,000 years. So everybody's like, you don't know what spades is?
You don't know what spades is?
Where you been at? Under a rock?
Spades in college? No. What you doing with your life?
In the cafeteria in high school?
Stones. What the fuck is stones?
Right. No, we playing spades. We're not playing stones.
It's spades.
No, we're not playing snakes and foxes.
Oh, snakes and foxes. Snakes and foxes. They was playing snakes and foxes.
They was playing snakes and foxes. I love
that they were playing snakes and foxes in the bar.
I was like, oh my god, they're playing snakes and foxes.
But I know I kind of feel like I know how to play now. Right. A little bit. But not really.
Right. Because it's the game you never win. It's rigged.
It's rigged. It's rigged. Right up right up Matt's alley.
Yep.
Because that family, if I had $1,000 for every time I saw one of their families steal something from somebody, they are light fingered. They are sticky fingered. The
Oh
way
boy.
that Matt stole Tom's purse, the same way
Yes, he
he
was
had
like the
his
same way
purse
he did it
stolen.
before
And
in the first season. Yeah. Yeah,
that was
that
amazing.
was cool.
That was super cool.
That
I
was cool.
loved Matt meeting Tom again. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they got Tom back in the thing. Do you think there's gonna be a shipping with Tom and
I feel now.
dare I say it because I don't want to spoil things, but
No, we predicted. We put in our predictions. Nothing has happened. That we're talking about from episode 1 through 6. Anything under that sun, spoil it.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say, do we think Tom is gonna have a love interest? I'll just say that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just say I didn't want to say it.
Without saying, I'd like to say no.
Yeah, because they've already
Can we have standards?
yeah, she already got somebody, so
She's taken.
she's taken. She's not available.
Like Forrest Gump. The seat's taken.
This seat's taken.
The seat's taken. But
Oh, girl, call me. I am.
I know you. Let's
I'm
wrap it
fading,
up.
girl. I'm fading.
Let's wrap it up. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. But hey, no, I enjoyed talking with you so much. I loved, even though we didn't specifically go through the whole entire season, we touched on a lot of different things from the season.
We
from the
did.
season. So,
And
I
so what
mean,
we'll do next time is we'll focus on episode 7.
yes, we're gonna review episode 7,
We'll do a
and in that
focus
time,
review.
exactly, and also with that,
And I'll
it'll
be
be
ready with my
review
notes and everything.
all of what is connected to that, and
Yes.
other things that we might not have touched tonight. So,
Right.
but we're gonna
Right.
focus definitely on episode 7 in the next episode when I come back and speak with Sharnise. We're gonna go
Excellent.
over our thoughts and share our thoughts.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you have a good night. Thank you so much for coming. I'm sorry if I
Thank you
if
for
we ran
always
over. I
having me. No,
apologize for
it's
running over.
okay. I'm sorry I can't hang. I really
It's
am, but
understandable. It's understandable. And
I get up very early in the morning.
I'm so sorry for being. I was enjoying the conversation.
No,
So
I am too.
I
I am
completely.
too.
So, but at the same time, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you as always, ma'am. So, but everyone, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much, Shar, from Watt and Color, for coming through. If you want to share any of your social media and places to find you guys.
Yeah, we are Watt and Color on all the things. WOT in color, the American spelling of color.
Okay, cool. No
On
problem.
all the things. We're on
all the things. Go out and find them, people. Go out and find them.
Mhm.
I am Call Me Nakomi. This is Call Me Nakomi World. I will be covering episode 7, and also coming back again to talk about episode 7 after Sharnise has watched it.
Yes.
But please tune in, hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit the share button if you want to share this channel with any of your friends out there. I feel like I bring great content, and I would love to share it with you. I love to interact with my friends out there who drop comments. So please do so. Please hit the notification button so you know when I go live again. But until then, take care of yourself, take care of one another, and may you always find water and shade. People.
Peace.
Peace.